see what Mega Man is bringing us. Lucky Luke. Oh, jeez. We've already done Lucky Luke on the Game Boy Color. Wasn't that enough? Oh, another Lucky Luke game. Who knows, maybe it's even the same game. It was quite long enough ago that I don't honestly remember what the other game was actually like. Although this does not seem familiar. Mass Jailbreak. Stop. Jesse James. Billy the Kid. Pat Poker. That does not seem like... I don't know, is Pat Poker one of those famous outlaw names that is on the level with all these other guys mentioned? Also, that's an incredibly long telegram. Okay, can't shoot the tumbleweed, but we do get damage. Okay, for a second there it sounded like the Zelda damage sound effect, but not quite exactly the same. So yes, Lucky Luke. This is another of those Belgian comics, kind of like the Smurfs originally was, except that this pretty much, it caught on a little bit in Europe, and it's popular there, but didn't really make it to the States or anywhere else in the way that, you know, so many other Belgian comics have. So yeah, it's just a generic cowboy type thing. Like, there's comics, there's cartoons, there's these video games. Basically, it got the entire rundown over there in Europe. Indeed, very much like Asterix, although I think Asterix was originally just French, not Belgian, but let me double check on that. Yep, Asterix was just France alone. Belgium had no part in it. Although I'm sure Belgium got the comics because, you know, European releases are often spread out throughout all of Europe. And I've got to say that, so far, this one has been more enjoyable than the one on the Game Boy Color was. I remember that being really terrible. Although I cannot remember at all what it specifically was like what we did in it, or anything. Although maybe the same will be said about this after we're done playing it, but you never know, maybe this will be the very last Lucky Luke game. And why do people need 4 bullets to be killed? Either that's a really pathetic gun, or Lucky Luke is a terrible shot. And we get kicking horses as an obstacle. Let's do our best to try and get that heart over there. No, you're not gonna... Okay, I had to... Oh, hey! Okay, so yeah. Now we have whatever that thing was, I don't even know. I can only assume that I'm supposed to make use of... Okay, now that is what that was for. Good to know, I guess? I don't know how I activated it. Maybe just ducking in that corner was what accomplished that particular feat. And we have to go up past him, of course. Star gonna give us, oh, extra life. Makes sense. Okay, so That sure was a platformer. I don't think I'm going to play through this entire thing. It's just kind of really... This is different at the very least. Oh, damn. Bird murder that just explodes the bastards. Of course, I'm not getting any bullets back, so that is a bad thing in and of itself. Let's go ahead and conserve ammo, since all that ammo I had stockpiled at the end of the last stage has disappeared entirely and cannot duck under it. Wow. Consecutive jumps that are freaking ridiculous in timing. Yeah, awesome. That was not fun at all. Thanks, game. I don't think we can hit Indian down there. We just have to dodge for a little while. Indeed. Oh, and now it's... Okay, now we have ones that we can duck under. Fan-frickin-tastic. At least that is actually honestly easier than straight-up jumping every single one. And hey, we finally get some health back. And I only just noticed that we did not get our health restored at the end of the stage. What kind of game did that? At this day and age, when this game was released, how was that possible? How is that even a thing? What kind of game does not restore your health at the end of the stage? It's just not done. That's just really bad game design. I mean, I guess there are some that are, you know, trying to be a bit more realistic about it, but you would not expect realistic coming from Lucky Luke, the Belgian comic book, and cartoon series, and etc, everything else. It would be like the Smurfs having realism. It's just... no. That was kinda nice. Glad to see that the hitboxes are not enormous. It's actually sized relative to your character. Also, this is now in the absolute ridiculous level of when is this stage going to end? Okay, save stated into that. No. Well, not necessarily, okay. We are far past the point where this stage either should have ended or should have done something different. Thank you! What? Oh. Okay, then... well, that's certainly something. Oh, now we... okay, now I see why it said stage 1. Oh, come off it. There. It wasn't even remotely what I was talking about there, Purple. Did not mean making realistic movies or things like that. I meant realism in the video games, specifically. I wonder what we would have gotten for less than perfect, if anything. Oh joy, Painful Gulch. Sounds awesome. I want to go there. And I don't know how I did not comment on this before, but yeah. A button. B button. Mentioned this earlier in the evening, but bad developer. No! Newspaper to the head. That is not what you do. And if anybody feels like, you know, finding out how many stages this has, maybe we can go all the way through this if there's not too many, but it just seems like this is going to be excessively long, like, you know, the last stage was. I'm sure that is going to be an indication of just the game in general. Nice that he can, you know, jump any distance. And we apparently missed an item there. What was that? Oh! What use is... So, dynamite is a thing apparently, but... how can you possibly make use of it? Like, what would be the scenario? Maybe... okay, we shoot him and his pants fall. Thanks for that, game. And it doesn't even kill him. I really thought that dynamite would kill a person in one hit. But no, that is not the case at all. Okay, now we got the horseshoe. Because apparently we couldn't do anything with our horse without a single horseshoe. And again, it is nice that you have no fall damage. Okay, so barrel's demolished. Can't go down the well, even though it looks very much like a thing that you can enter. Okay, let's grab on the gallows rope. So we can get up here and get that heart. Because we really need it at this point. That's bothersome. Don't be doing that. I don't even know why I want to go up here, it's just... it's a thing which is here, so why not? I gotta say, the music is not really doing anything for me. It's not even really good, like, Western music. It's just kind of very generic and not good. Also, this boss is terrible. Yeah, well, that's just... can't even really... well, we can speed through it a little bit, so sure. I guess that was Jesse James. Well then. Yeah, I have really grown tired of this game. It is... It's still not really bad, it's just boring, and controls are bad, and... yep. This has been Lucky Luke. And... yeah, there's not really too much you can say about it. I'm gonna go double check and find out if there are any more Lucky Luke games. I've got my fingers crossed that there will be no more.